So this is just the Pell work that I do. I'm going to start off just as a warm-up. I'm going to start off with a drill that I call 1 through 6, where I number the outside head snap as a 1, the left hip or just side body, shield side as a 2, and then their leg, this leg is a 3, then a snap to the other side of the head for 4, then a 5 for their right hip, and then a 6 for their leg. I'll also throw in a straight down malunais just in the beginning, so there's actually 7 shots that you're throwing. And I'll start out with a malunais, and then I'll work all the way through every number. And then in between every 2 shots, I'm going to be throwing in a shield punch. And I do 3 variations of shield punch. I do a horizontal to the face. I do a vertical, which is a sternum punch, and then I do an uppercut, which is somewhere in the middle, trying to really get them off balance. And those are the 3 punches that I'll rotate. So I'll go ahead and start, and I'll start with the malunais. So I'll go ahead and start with the malunais. Malunais, 1, punch. Malunais, off to the next number, 2, punch. Malunais, 3, punch. Malunais, 4, punch. Malunais, 5, punch. Malunais, 6, punch. And then I'm going to move on to 1. So now I'll do 1, malunais, punch. 1, 2, punch. 1, 3, punch. 1, 4, punch. 1, 5, punch. 1, 6, punch. And now I'm on to 2. So I'll do the 2, malunais, punch. 2, 1, punch. Notes when you're doing this, and you're going to do this all the way to 6. And then I'll usually switch arms just to keep everything even. Things that you need to make sure that you're doing, every time you swing, you want to make sure that you're bringing your guard up at the same time. And then when you're not swinging, you're returning back to guard. A couple things that I see fours as being one of the harder, because you have to drag it across. 2 ways that I do 4s is that, say I'm on 4-4, so it's time for me to hit 4 twice. I'll start with a malunais to 4, and then once I cut, I'll drag it around. So 4, 4, but that's 2 different ways you can throw it. You can malunais to the 4, or sometimes a good thing to try to train in is, instead of malunais blocking and throwing, to just drag your sword over, block with your sword, and then an instant return to 4. Just a couple cool ways that you can block that outside. After I do the walkthrough, the malunais, and then 1 through 6, once I do that, then I'll go into combos, and I'll do 3-hit combos, and I'll start out high. So I'll start out with 1, 4, and malunais, and I'll just go through all those variations. So malunais, 1, 4, then 1, 4, malunais, then 4, 1, malunais, and I'll just do that for as long as I need to till my arms are feeling it. Then I'll start throwing in 2 high shots and a leg shot, maybe even starting with the leg and then up top, maybe 1, 1, and then 1, or 1, 3, and then 4, and I'll just make it a variant just so I get used to swinging high and low and going up and down, up and down. And then after I do that, then I'll go into full body, and I'll try to hit 3 points, whether it's 1, 4, 3, or 1, 5, 3, or I can do 4, 4, 2, and then drag it back around, and then get out. And then that way you're just covering all the bases. You're covering your top combos, covering your combos going high to low to high, and then covering your combos going full body. And then after I do that, I'll usually do Tabata timer, where I do 45-second work, 15-second rest. And that I'm just doing freestyle rounds, and I'm just getting the movement, throwing a kick, throwing in moves, and I'll just do that 45 seconds, 15-second rest. Switch arms when one arm gets tired, just so you keep moving. And I'll do that for as long as it takes. It takes anywhere. Sometimes I do it for 10 minutes. Sometimes I do it for 45 minutes. So, excellent.